Good morning, GP. How are we? We have a few things that we need to get through today. We still have some people logging on, so I'll be pausing here and there if you hear me. Can everyone hear me okay? Good deal. So at this point, here's what we're supposed to have. I'll deal with whether or not we actually do have that in just a moment. What we're supposed to have is now everybody should have in hand, or in digital hand anyway, some students' opinions on their transcript, right? That follows generally a rubric that I'd provided on Canvas, centered around 6 elements in grammar to help you spot some of the common errors that people don't normally spot in their own writing. Maybe giving you some direction on the conclusion, providing more evidence here and there. Hopefully that's helpful. So what I need to do now is find out how many of you had issues getting something submitted. So do your little hand thing and raise your hand. Okay. So Frank, I think we dealt with yours. Did you ever get in touch with Eli?
No, I didn't know that Eli had a problem, but Taylor and I got together and we were able to transfer ours.
Good deal. Eli, did anyone get yours?
Okay, so I couldn't tell. That's not really a major problem, and I couldn't tell. But I couldn't tell when I was attaching a file to the comment and saving the comment. I couldn't tell if the file was still there or not.
So you did you just don't know if the person got yours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna go out of my way and send it over Canvas to them. Anyways,
I appreciate that. Hopefully all of you got at least one copy, 2 copies maybe. Again, let's just deal with grades for a minute really briefly. To remind you, the board's policy is allowing you to improve your third 9 weeks grade by 10 points based on your fourth 9 weeks efforts, I guess you could say. Because GPA still matter, but I don't think anybody's really in any grade problems as it is, and I will admit I have not went back and analyzed third 9 weeks grades to see if you're in a category where you need to greatly improve that third 9 weeks grade. Please send me some messages over the course of the next couple of weeks and remind me of that. I will also remind you that we will allow you to remove zeros from the past assignments, but I had specifically told you guys, Global Perspectives, that it would really be not optimal for you to go back and redo assignments that was building into the group phenomenon, because we're past that stage, right? You don't really get any benefit from that. So what I think I will do is, if you have zeros, you can email me when we get on Canvas, message me on Canvas and let me know what zeros you have. Remind me of the actual assignments, dates, that sort of thing. And for every zero that you have that you would like to remove, I'll allow you to log on and watch one group's presentations and remove that zero. I think that's fair. I think that accomplishes something. I think that's beneficial to the people who are presenting and to you. And it gives you an option to, and by the way, this is outside of the 10-point thing. Okay, guys? I'm not talking about that right now. I'm saying for those of you who have zeros from a prior 9 weeks you would like to remove, I can go in and remove those at any time. Okay? I'm just saying to go back and redo articles and research on some other topic that you're not dealing with. I don't see the benefit in that. I think it would just be extra work for no reason, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do instead is replace it with you logging on when we are doing the presentations and watching student presentations. And for every group's presentation you watch, I'll remove a zero. I think that's fair. I think that's a legitimate option. Okay. but you will need to communicate with me via Canvas when we get that system set up. Okay. So before I move into the next stage of describing how we're going to approach this, I want to pause for a moment and entertain any questions over anything thus far. Okay, anything having to do with difficulties turning something in, having to do with difficulties with any type of transcript, questions about PowerPoint, how you're going to facilitate it on Zoom, anything thus far. Because odds are, guys, if you have the question, 10 other people do as well. So don't be shy.
So, like, I know you just talked about being able to improve your grade if you have a 0.
Correct.
But, like, for me, I don't have any 0s, but there are some grades that I don't necessarily like. Is there a way that we can improve those?
I tell you what, man, I'll just how about I make a general policy that when we sign up for the group thing, and we'll discuss that in a few minutes, for every group that I'll replace, by low though, Frank, for you, I'm assuming that means you made a high B on something, but maybe not. I could be wrong. I
have a couple of I think I have a test grade from last 9 weeks. It's a mid C, and it dragged my grade down 6 or 7 points.
Wow.
So, because I don't think we had that many test grades. So, if I could even improve that 10 points, it'd probably put my grade up 3 or 4 points.
Now, remember that this effort that we're doing here can address your third 9 weeks. And I'm talking about right now, not making upgrades, okay? Our fourth 9 weeks digital Corona motivated grading system. That the board has said we can bump your third 9 weeks grade by up to 10 points based on your effort in the fourth 9 weeks. Follow? The thing is, though, and Frank, that bump counts in college applications and all that, counts on your GPA, but will not count as far as class rank goes. Okay?
Yeah, I completely understand.
If you need that for class rank purposes, then we're going to have to figure out a system for you to be able to improve that grade. Okay?
It's just for my transcript.
But if it's for the GPA and applying for college and transcript, that will actually be impacted by the work that you do in the fourth 9 weeks. Follow?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Further questions? Dalton, I thought you popped your hand up just a moment ago. Did you? Was it an accident? Where you at, Dalton? No, you didn't? Okay. Got you. I know it was,
It may have been me. Okay, I can't find on Canvas. Or are we supposed to be able to tell where we can see the peer reviews that other people have done for us?
Yeah, it should be attached to that assignment.
Is it the first assignment, probably?
Well, no, I've deleted the other assignment.
The main assignment,
Yeah, you should be able to view it off on the side.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, if somebody attached a file to it,
okay, I see.
Shouldn't it have sent you it should have sent you a message as well.
Yeah, it wouldn't. It didn't load for me.
Good deal. Okay, further questions? Okay, let's discuss the presentations for just a moment. Okay, guys, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put up a new assignment. It will be due on Monday. We will go this week like we have every other week. Wednesday, we will meet together as a class. Friday, I will be available for questions. All right? Same time, same place. And on Monday, we will have the due time set for that morning instead of midnight so that we can get it turned in before we meet together and have one last opportunity to discuss that, okay? To discuss the actual paper, transcript, wording, issues, etc. On Wednesday's meeting, that would be 1 week from this Wednesday. We will have a sign up structure in place. So you probably need to message your group and everything to see kind of what's okay with them to actually present. What we are going to do, my plan is for an entire week, okay? For an entire week, that following week, Monday through Friday, which is 2 weeks from today, all right? We are going to every day have 2 to 3 classes, whatever's necessary once I create the schedule, because I have not done so. I think we have a total of maybe 8 to 10 groups. So we may not need but about 2 class periods a day. And we will assign 1 Zoom meeting for each group, okay? For each group to present. And third period, we're probably going to add you into maybe, actually, no, we're just going to leave it at that. Third period will actually need perhaps a little bit of extended time because they have more people in their group. But over the course of that hour, what will happen is your group will log on and I will be there. And I will say 3, 2, 1, we're ready to record. You will have your PowerPoint pulled up on your screen, and whoever goes first, if it were Luke and he was about to present, he would say, "My name is Luke Hill," and he would say, "My Cambridge candidate number is," and he would say his Cambridge candidate number. And then I would hit record and he would begin. All right. And during the presentation, remember, there's nothing to be nervous about. You're not standing in front of people. You're not on stage. So you would need to remember to switch back and forth between your profile picture being highlighted and sharing your screen. So keep your screen shared, and I'll try to keep your picture pulled up on the side maybe. And that's how we're going to record it. That's how we're going to record this. And then at the end of the recording, I'll save your group's recording on my hard drive. And that'll be that. Once we have completed that week, your group via text message or whatever will need to figure out one final solution and tell the rest of the class, or pardon me, tell the rest of your group and discuss it, and your group come up with that solution. You can just do it via text or Canvas or whatever. And then email me a description of that so that I can know. And then you'll need to write your reflective paper, which is, remember, a 700-word personal essay. It has nothing to do with any research. There is no documentation. It's just how the process impacted you, et cetera, what you learned. And once you get that submitted, quite frankly, as far as our class material is concerned, we'll be done for the year. Okay. Now, Luke, the presentations will begin. I don't have a calendar in front of me. Hang on just a minute. My idea is to complete well, I don't have it in front of me. Okay, so today's the 27th. Monday the 4th will be the last day that we actually discuss anything to do with the paper. And then Wednesday, the 6th, you will sign up for your time. And then the week of Monday, the 11th through the 15th, you will be presenting. All right. And we'll have a couple or 3 class periods per day. By the way, I hope everyone understands that you're not having to show up for class 2 or 3 times a day, that your group will be assigned one of those times. Okay. So despite the fact that I'll be here for 2 or 3 classes a day, doesn't mean that you're going to be here for 2 or 3 classes a day, unless you're trying to remove zeros, in which case you may be. Okay. That's my plan. All right. That's what I'm considering. So now what I need, the collective IQ over here on this column of students is through the roof. I mean, it's literally, solving world problems type of IQ. So there may be holes in my idea. There may be issues with how I have it planned to go forward that I'm not seeing, and that you immediately saw. So I need to hear those. What could go wrong with that? Because that's my plan. That's how I plan on doing this. And that digital copy is what I intend on using to validate the grade that's sent in for you. So what issues are present with that? Anybody? Ansley, how may I help you?
Okay, I was just wondering if instead of like sharing the screen or something, if it would be possible for us to, if we had like a TV or something, project our PowerPoint behind us if we like
Okay.
opted to do something like
Ansley,
that
I
online.
have zero problem with that. Okay. And actually, that would be a great idea. And the district had actually mentioned possibly initially having groups come up individually and individual times at school, and you being able to do it at school. But I think that may be out the window now, since
Yeah.
the governor officially closed schools. So I don't know that that's available to us. So I thought about suggesting something like that, but to be equitable, in other words, not everyone has that available to them. If
Mhm.
you do, take full advantage of it. That's fine. If you do not have that situation where you can film, you can have your camera rolling and you can have a TV beside or behind you that shows the PowerPoint and you can point and you can interact that way. If you don't have that, don't worry. Okay. Sharing the screen will be perfectly fine. But yes, Angela, if you have that, that would actually be optimal. Okay. That would be perfect. That way you wouldn't have to remember switching back and forth between the screens. So absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. That was just something that my dad like suggested when I asked him about like where he would want me to be when we did it. And
Right.
I thought like if anybody else wanted to try and recreate like their own thing at home that they could.
That's a fantastic idea, Ansley. So guys, if you have that situation at home, if you have a smart TV that you can share from your phone or computer with, if you have Apple TV and it would work with your actual MacBook, if not, you can actually share from a traditional computer. That's a fantastic idea. So if you want to be thinking about that and get that set up, you will have, a week and a half, 2 weeks to get that done. So further questions? Thank you. That was very helpful. Huh. Can we remove zeros from the second 9 week? You know what? Yeah, sure. Why not? Just make sure it's clear to me when you send in that that where in the course of the 9 weeks, like what was the date, what was the name of the assignment, and obviously student name, me. And yeah, this is an unusual situation. You don't have the chance to massage your grade in the fourth 9 weeks the way other classes have had. So let's extend that courtesy to you. Yes, not just the third 9 weeks, but prior 9 weeks as well. If there are zeros there you would like to remove, you can do so by watching a group's series of presentations. So further questions? So everyone clearly understands the direction in which we're going. We're going to meet together Wednesday. I'll have a little bit more formalized in telling you sign up procedures, because the last time we tried to do a sign up on Google Docs, it did not go well. Plus we will address any questions that have popped up since then. And we will Wednesday meet for questions, and on Monday you'll turn in everything, and then that Wednesday you will sign up officially as a group for your time, and then the following Monday we actually begin presentations. Okay. I did have one question for you I would entertain. Would you guys rather do it over the course of one long day? Like not have a 10 o'clock present time or a 12 o'clock present time or 1 o'clock. You might have a 5 o'clock present time or something. Like stretch it out over one day, or do you want to do it over the course of a week? Because quite frankly, it wouldn't matter to you because you're only logging in once to do it. And then again, obviously, if you're trying to remove zeros or trying to support a friend or something, because, you know, the Zoom invites will be out there for everyone to see because I'll still put them in announcement form. So you can sign in and watch whoever present, right? Would you guys rather it be over the course of one day so it still feels like an event, or is over the course of a week fine with you? Let me pick up some opinions on that.
Either
Okay.
one's fine with me.
Oh, go ahead.
Either one's fine with me.
Okay. Katie, you have an opinion on that? Caden, do you have an opinion?
Either one is fine for me.
Drew,
Yeah.
I don't care either.
Keep in mind that once we make it available to you guys on when, that there will be people in your group now who are working like pretty regular, who are daily working in family businesses, etc., because of the shutdown. So make sure and work around that with them. Be sensitive to that. Okay, is there any further questions? Because if not, I think I have pretty much addressed everything I need to address with the group. So what I'll do is, as always, I will wish you well. And when I say I'm stopping recording and you can log out, I will hang around for another couple of minutes in case you have questions that you didn't want the rest of the group to be aware of. And you need to do so in a more private setting. If you see people who are not participating, please reach out to them. It's very important that they get this work done. Without this artifact, without participating in that, there is zero chance, and this is going on the YouTube recording, I get that, but there is zero chance that you will be able to get credit for the Cambridge course, because that is a full third of what is expected from Cambridge. So we have to have this in your digital file, okay? We just have to. So make sure that they understand that if they're not logging in and participating. Yeah, that's all I have for the entire group. And so remember, I'm praying for you. I love you. I wish you well. And you have a great evening. I'll be here to answer questions. I am ending the recording now.